I feel the weight of the world on my shoulders. Today I have to give a speech. To one person who will have tremendous influence on my life going forward. Every single intonation and cadence needs to be perfect. Like fine cuisine, the sauce has to be just right. Dot every I and cross every T. Dot every T and cross every I. Now this speech, it's a speech, though it might evolve into a tete-a-tete. I've just been told that this individual will have a significant influence on my life, almost an exclusive influence on my life going forward. I've never met this person. I take it on faith. It's not easy taking such things on faith. I'm going to listen to a speech today by a nervous grasshopper. I'm going to tell him what to do with his life. He needs guidance. He needs to be shown the way. So I have what you people call a pager. It's not really a pager, but it's something similar. He cried out for help. Pit of despair. On his knees. Crying. I have no contempt for that. I am moved by that. More people should be on their knees crying. Because, really, truly, they're already on their knees crying. They just don't know it. So why not just get honest with yourself and just get down on your knees and start crying? He texted me back. Nervous grasshopper. Period. I hear you. Period. Prepare a speech for me. Period. And I will come when you're ready. Period. I didn't like being called a nervous grasshopper. I didn't think that was really nice. Fair, but not nice. I know it's not my fault. I do know that it is my responsibility to get off my knees, but I do need some help. See? My whole world has fallen apart. My sense-making. My ability to make sense of the world. He doesn't understand what's happened, and that's understandable. He understands, however, that he does not understand. That's a first step. What I call humility. Right now, it's snowing. He's a forlorn soul out in the cold, crying. His tears are freezing as they trickle down his cheek. I don't know if he is the so-called obedient type. I suspect he is the obedient type. So he'll listen to what I say, and that's good, because nervous grasshoppers are not long for this world. However, he's a nervous grasshopper because he is so compliant. He's crying in the snow because he's a drone. Now, I know a lot of you freedom lovers think that you're free. From my perspective, you're just an inch or two beyond the drone. You're a drone yourself, just at a higher octave. Again, no shame. We're all on this journey together. I'm just a little bit further along than you grasshoppers. Nervous grasshoppers. Fickle critters. Crying one day. Supplicating the next. Crying and supplicating on the third day. Tearing your hair out on the fourth day. I'm a little anxious. I'm a lot anxious, actually, because I don't even know a meeting. It's just, I know I'm meeting somebody powerful. They say there's people, individuals, extraterrestrials on the moon. Maybe he's coming from the moon. When I cried out, I got a text. I already told you. I'm thinking that makes sense. I mean, my sense making has collapsed, but that makes sense. Because why would I cry out unless there was someone or something, an individual who could help me? Crying out for help proves that someone or something is there. That's what I believe. That makes sense. That was verified. It's like hunger. Hunger proves food. If food did not exist, we would not get hungry, as there would be no match. I am a nervous grasshopper. I really wish that I wasn't one. I really wish I could solve this problem, but I gotta say that when I try to solve the problem, I just end up being more and more nervous. I'm like, did I get it right? Am I gonna get in trouble? What will other people think? And this extraterrestrial, I'll call him, he just gets his finger and puts it right here into my third eye, the pineal gland, and I feel better. No, I say that because it's already happened. He's already come to me in a dream. Makes sense. See, what's happening to me personally, I can make some sense of it ever since I cried out for help. But I couldn't make sense before, which is why I cried out for help. Came to me in a dream. You can't handle my appearance. Yet. I'm coming. I heard you cry. I'm on the way. I'm introducing myself here. A few more dreams. You'll acclimate to my presence and to my power, my intensity, my energy. And then I'll be able to appear in your reality before you. But you're not ready yet, nervous Grasshopper. Not for my majesty. I got a little nervous. Okay, I'm a nervous Grasshopper. Okay. Got a little nervous when he used that word, majesty. I was like, oh shit. I got a vain extraterrestrial coming to see me. Like, pompous, arrogant, egotistical extraterrestrial. Yeah, I got a little nervous. You'd get nervous too, showing up in your dreams. You get nervous. So maybe I got a couple more dreams. I'm a little nervous about those dreams. Maybe I should cry out for help, but I feel like it's a punch card system. You can only cry out for help one time, and there's just basically one box on the punch card. I used it. It's not like wishes and a genie. I start to wonder, though. Why me? Why not let me just drown in the snow? Freeze. Become an ice statue of tears. Why come to my rescue? I'm coming to your rescue because you cried out. Yeah, but I do feel like a nervous Grasshopper. You're neurotic. That's okay. Everybody else on your plane is neurotic. More or less, some not, but most are. You at least cried out for help. But is there something about me in particular? Because I'm sure that a lot of people cry out for help. Yes. A lot of people do cry out for help. And yes, you are particular. Well, I feel bad for the others then, crying out for help, but not being particular. Maybe they're not nervous enough. Maybe they're just... We do have an agenda. We might as well just be honest with you about that. There are no beings without agendas. Because if they are a being, they expend energy. And if they expend energy, then they've got an agenda. At the very least, to keep having energy. Otherwise, they cease to be. Okay? No need to be nervous about that. Our agenda is to have a very clean class of beings underneath us. There's a celestial hierarchy. There are cleaner beings above us. We need the entire hierarchy, the whole ladder, to be clean. Right now, all of you are really neurotic, really nervous. You're not clean. You're contaminated, infected, infiltrated. It's called a dominator hierarchy. We are a growth hierarchy. We want you to be part of our growth hierarchy. Your needs will be taken care of top down. Our needs will be taken care of bottom up. Those of you who cry out for help have to have a certain signature. Particular, energetic signature. Your DNA has a specific frequency. We come to you when we hear that frequency, when it shows up on our radar. Now, there are a lot of you who are unclean. It just means that you've been too contaminated by the dominator hierarchy. You're of no use to us because you're damaged goods, not you, nervous grasshopper. Not you. You're going to help us help your kind. Your frequency will be heard by the frequency of others who resonate on your wavelength. Wow. My God. Yes. I didn't mean it like that, but maybe I did. Are you God? No. We're not God. Universal source, universal creator, and whatnot. That at all. Even the highest among us is not that. Wow. You're the gods. Yes. One group, one species of your gods. Thousands of years later. Are you the same? Or are you thousands of years old? I am. Oh. But the gods of the old, I mean, those weren't all good guys. No, they were not. They were factions, schisms, dominator hierarchy, growth hierarchy. The growth hierarchy has to neutralize the dominator hierarchy, because if the dominator hierarchy gets out of hand, it will subjugate the growth hierarchy. That's where you come in, because if you were to be further contaminated, you would go into the dominator hierarchy and eventually build an empire that would come over and make trouble for us. We don't want to subjugate, but we do enlist so that you're part of our celestial regime. And yes, there is authority here, and yes, it is centralized, but it is for the benefit of all its members. See, that's where my nervousness part comes in, because all I know is that when I see authority on this planet, they're not up to any good. No offense. There is authority on this planet that's up to good. It is simply overshadowed by the magnitude of the egregious authority that seeks to domineer and oppress. Okay. Well, I mean, are there a lot of people who can hear my cleaner frequency? I guess my frequency is not totally clear. No, your frequency is not totally clear, but it's clear enough. My frequency is not totally clear. It is clear enough. Clean enough. The beings above me are much cleaner and clearer. I get my messages from them. I pass them along to you. Doesn't that make you nervous? I'm not a grasshopper. Well, I'm not a grasshopper either, okay, Mr. Gods? Whatever you are, I'm not a grasshopper. Yeah, you're getting a little better. I am, actually. Why? Because you're talking to me. Yeah, but you just said that we had 2 more dreams to go. What is happening now? Is this a dream? I don't know. I don't think so. Is it? Is it? You don't know what a dream is. You think a dream is just a bunch of shit happening in your head when you close your eyes at night. No. That's not a dream. That's what you're told is a dream by the people who would seek to control. When you close your eyes and all the sensory input from the outside world is moot and mute, your body goes through a restoration and a rejuvenation, a revitalization. Your soul takes a trip. It's like a psychedelic trip. Your soul goes and experiences unbridled freedom. And when you wake up, you have patches of memory of the soul's journey, which begins to dim as your waking state unfolds and your ego comes to the fore. Is this a dream? Grasshopper, you don't know what a dream is. Okay. What am I going to say? I do feel nervous. I feel like they're going to crucify me like they did. Yeah, they crucify everybody. Everybody, all the whistleblowers. Yes, the whistleblowers. The real whistleblowers, not the controlled opposition whistleblowers. The messiahs. The real messiahs. I don't want to be a messiah. Do I want to be a messiah? Do you? Christ didn't want to be a messiah. Christ didn't even know he was going to be a messiah until he became one. Yeah, but Christ is, I'm just a nervous grasshopper, really. Christ to Christ, you know? I'm just a nervous grasshopper. See, notice how you collapse when we get closer. We're edging and inching closer. Oh, yeah. And you collapse. You're terrified. You start this conversation calling me a grasshopper, and you finish it calling me a messiah. How am I supposed to make that journey? Remember, you are connected. That's why I am here. There is an entire celestial hierarchy above me. I'm fairly low compared to how high it goes. I can't see the top. How do you know? Just tell me something. How do you even know, though? I don't mean to be disrespectful, Mr. Extraterrestrial, but how do you know? Like, the directives coming from on high, way up there, way past your viewpoint, beyond the ethereal horizon. How do you even know that those directives and commands and edicts are for your good, and therefore my good? How do you even know that? Because of how I feel. Listen, I know that you're more intelligent than me, but I do know this. You can't judge the truth based on how you feel. You can't. Because that up there, whatever that is, that could just be controlling you and making you feel good about things that shouldn't make you feel good. But you can't tell the difference, because that hierarchy, that echelon of super advanced beings surpassing you, they know how to fiddle with your brain, or whatever it is. It's not a brain. Okay, well, they know how to fiddle with your fiddle. It's not a fiddle. They're not fiddling with my fiddle. You know what I'm trying to say, Mr. Extraterrestrial? Nervous grasshopper, you don't understand things above your station. That's understandable. Your sense-making hasn't grown organically to encompass the levels above your current cognition. Totally fine. You have to have faith. I can't have faith if I don't understand. Grasshopper, you're not going to be able to understand until you have faith. Because your capacity is delimited by your understanding. Your capacity is enlarged through your faith. You will understand subsequent to the total investment of your heart. Put your soul on the line, Grasshopper, and you will understand higher and higher octaves. The universe is infinite. There's no end to it. It's impossible to comprehend. But once you are part of it, consciously part of it, and you know that it never had a beginning, and it will never have an end, and that it is alive, then you partake of that sentience. You are that sentience. Just as the organs in your body, Grasshopper, are the sentience of the whole. They are a particular aspect of the whole. Thereby, they participate in the sentience of the whole. The whole is dedicated to the health of the parts. The parts contribute to the health of the whole. Right now, you are being merged into the whole. You will keep your status as a part. When you are alienated from the whole, ostracized as a part, you cry out for help when we come, and we enfold you in the whole before the bad guys get to you. They don't enfold you. There is no whole except in that very bad sense of total subjugation. You can be a slave. Well, you can be free. When you are a slave, you are dedicated to subjugating others so that they can be your slaves. The entire system is built on exploitation and extraction of your soul essence. Or you can be free. Part of the organic hierarchy of infinite sentience, of eternal consciousness. There is an up there. But when you have faith, it's always right here.